hoes. Whistle. Y'all bitches miss me? Because I miss y'all bitches too. And welcome back to IDK, what's a calling? Yeah, clock it. The podcast where you do what? You talk about everything but politics and motherfucking religion. I hope y'all hoes keep it up. Cause bitch, let me tell you, before I even continue, I miss y'all. I know y'all miss me because I missed y'all too. I'm going to explain why y'all haven't seen me and all the other good stuff. But let me just explain to y'all the bullshit I have gone through. Look at my fucking hair. The bullshit I have been going through to record this motherfucking episode. I understand that this episode is long overdue. I get it. It is. Okay, I have no excuses. That's why I'm recording this episode right now. You see this background? You said don't get used to it. I'm just where I'm at and I'm utilizing my resources. Okay. That's just all that is. I got no whole new setup for y'all bitches. I feel like y'all gonna fuck with for real. It's gonna fit the ambiance I'm going for with this podcast, you know. So yeah, that's just what it is. I've been through a lot tonight to get this fucking episode. One of two of my fucking lights that died. My digital it light, to be exact. I thought the bitch was charged and it fucking wasn't. And that light is making all the difference in the world. We're going to cut this and go to a little advertising. Digital it girl, get your ring light. Yeah. Clock it. Oh my mama. Is that my hair or is that a shadow? Okay, y'all, I'm doing all this shit by myself. Before I had a whole production set up type shit. Shout out to Coach Lab, Darian. Real sweet man. Highly recommend his studio for anybody trying to pop some shit off, regardless if it's content, podcast, whatever you want to do. Culture Labs in Atlanta on the west side. Yeah. Peer space. Book on. Only reason I decided to switch to home base simply because of the dollar. I'm like the number one podcast in the world, but like YouTube and them ain't cutting my checks yet. So like, bitch, I'm still a 9-to-5 baddie and I got other shit going on. So granted, it's making an investment in myself, but y'all know how that shit go. Like, other shit gotta get paid. So it's like, do what you do with what you got type shit. And that's just what it was. I made an investment to myself. And I got my ring light. I got my tripod. I got my microphone. I got my camera. I'm going to have to learn how to edit. But it is what it is. And bitch, I think the fucking camera about to die. So, if this fucking camera die in the middle of this recording, y'all are going to get whatever the fuck I got. Because I'm so tired of recording this fucking episode. I have so many other episodes lined up after this one, but I had to make sure I dropped this one specifically because, bitch, where the fuck you been? What the fuck you been doing? Bitch, let me tell you. Hold on. I got a shot already poured up. See a shot, take a shot, yeah, type shit. If I had to describe my life in 3 words from October to January, the first one, hectic. Second one, depressing. Third one, confusing. Confusing how? I was having like an identity crisis in the sense of not really understanding my purpose here. Don't ask me why, but that's just how I was feeling mentally. That's just it. I really didn't understand my purpose. I feel like every now and then, I feel like every blue moon, I get this feeling overcomes me where I feel like I'm not doing enough in life. Mind you, I'm 27 years old. I ain't got no kids. Ain't shit changed since the first episode. Bitch, I still ain't got no kids. And I'm still single. Depends on what you consider single with. That's not my life. Like, I'm still trying to figure this shit out. You know, like, same shit changed for real, for real. But I do, like I said, I do have these moments where I start questioning my purpose, and that's when I start talking to him. Now, let me say this without saying too much of anything. Everybody got their own relationship with the man above. Me personally, one may feel like my relationship with him is very unorthodox. It's like, how do you have a relationship with him when you do like this? But they ain't for y'all to understand. They ain't for the people to understand. He know where my heart is at. You know, he come to terms with I am indeed one of his probably most hard headed children, I guess in a sense. But our relationship works because when all fails and I really be ready to say fuck all this shit, I pray. And I probably shouldn't have said it in the same sentence, but I do pray, believe it or not. And I've actually gotten better with the concept of learning to let go and let God. So yeah, when I start having those moments, I just kind of talk to him and just let him lead me in a direction. But that's what the fuck I've been going through. Yeah, I wish I could really tell y'all more, but it's hard to tell y'all everything without telling y'all everything. So I'm just gonna leave that like that. But just know life just been fucking lifing. But I finally made the decision to kind of record this episode, and I'm just hoping that the editing and everything all comes out the way it's supposed to be when push come to shove. Because like I said, bitch, I'm doing all this by myself this time around, and yeah. But I missed y'all. I missed y'all a lot, and I've been really thinking about y'all and us, and I got so much in store for y'all. Again, I just had to get this episode out the way. I just want y'all to know that I'm still here. I'm still thinking about y'all. And bitch, we gonna rock out. Rock out with our cacao type shit. Yeah. But what the fuck else been going on? Bitch. Let me tell y'all. This episode only, I'm going to talk about this. I'm not going to dwell on it no more after this. But going into this episode tonight, I really was kind of like on the fence of what the fuck I was going to talk about. Because like I said, I have all my other episodes lined out with the people I want to talk about, the topics I want to talk about with. But in the midst of trying to figure out my purpose of this episode, so like I said in the beginning, the background is a different background. Don't get used to it. I'm grandmother sitting. You're what? I'm grandmother sitting, not babysitting. I'm grandmother sitting because I'm watching my great grandmother. My great grandmother has dementia, and for those that don't really know what dementia is, I know a lot of people confuse dementia and Alzheimer's um, with the two. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to sound stupid when I say this. Well, I could never be stupid, but I don't want to be ignorant when I say this. I think Alzheimer's is more with the brain, where dementia. I don't want to continue to say what I'm saying because I feel like I'm misinforming you guys, but it's cognitive. Cognitive. The brain, cognitive. It's all with the motherfucking brain, the frontal and the temporal lobe. Okay, um, bitch, I'm not here to motherfucking teach y'all. Google it, dementia. Don't know how to spell it. Google that too. Google the fucking spell check for you. But back to what the fuck I was getting at. Bitch, my great grandmother got dementia, and every now and then, I volunteer to come watch her when her daughter, who is my grandmother, goes out of town. I have business to handle. For the most part, it's always a smooth experience. Y'all, if I could tell y'all how many times I recorded and stopped recording and recorded again and stopped recording this episode before I got to this point. Y'all don't understand. Oh, okay. Because she was just giving me hell. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really a sad case. If you're familiar with the movie Benjamin Button, really good movie. Highly recommend to watch if you're into good movies. Benjamin Button is an actual disease. That's not the name of the disease, but it is an actual disease where you kind of age backwards. And that's kind of what dementia is in a sense, where a lot of dementia patients, they kind of revert back to when they were younger. You got to think about it. These are 85, 87, 89-year-old people. And in their mind, they're 13 again. They're 15 again. They're 18 again. I had my mama once tell me, my high school sweetheart got me that phone. Mind you, it's a touchscreen. My mama like 87, 88. And she tried to tell me her high school sweetheart got her touchscreen phone. I left it alone. But tonight, she kind of she made me emotional. You know, I laugh about a lot of shit, and I overlook a lot of shit. But tonight, she kind of said something. Well, she didn't say nothing to me personally, but it was her asking me to bring her home. I say, well, where is home, Mom? She said, I live with. I couldn't catch the first name, but I heard the last name, which was Wallace. Mr. Wallace is what I know him as. Mr. Wallace was her husband for a very long time. I remember my mom used to stay in New Orleans. Okay, so let me just put that out there. Me, my brother, and my sister, Keisha, three first kids, used to go to Louisiana every summer like clockwork. Like, bitch, Keisha had uncles and aunties that wanted her kids for the summertime. So when we got out of school in May, that first week of June, right before Keisha's birthday, so Keisha's birthday on the 23rd, we got them 2 weeks. So we might stay home after school, but that's that week before Keisha's birthday, you out of there. We're driving to Louisiana. So because we're driving, you run into New Orleans first. We'll stop at Meemaw's house. Meemaw, Mr. George had a house. I'm really not sure. Don't make me get to line, because bitch, I don't know the 6th ward, the 3rd ward. I didn't know where the fuck the French Court is at, okay? And I know my Meemaw had a house right when you got into New Orleans. Like, you actually see the neighborhood she lived in when you're flying into New Orleans. They had this nice brick house with this little gate. I'm trying to think of the name of the house, like the type of the house, but like real plantation, kind of like Meemaw had plastic on all her furniture, bitch. I'm talking about she had the plastic. My fucking camera just died. Don't even worry about it. She had the plastic where, like, when you flip, if that bitch flip over and you step on it, bitch, you're gonna bleed. Like, she had that type of plastic. Like, I remember her having the big box TV. Damn. Her and Mr. Wallace. She used to wake us up in the morning time. Mind you, it's the summertime. We out here in the summertime. We ain't got nowhere to go in the morning. But we up at 6 o'clock in the morning eating our fresh oatmeal. She used to get the Quaker's Oats, the original, no brand, no flavor. And she used to, boy, I make the best oatmeal now. Cinnamon, sugar, milk, butter. That's why I fuck with oatmeal. My mom used to get us right. And if she wanted to get fancy, chop a little bananas up. Yeah. But let me go back. We used to spend summers with me, Mom, and Mr. Wallace. So when she asked me to bring her home and to go back to Mr. Wallace, mind you, may he rest in peace. Mr. Wallace died back in like 2014, 2013 maybe a little after that. He died in a hurricane in Texas. He had moved to Texas. He moved to Texas after Katrina. I didn't mention that part. So my mom was in New Orleans when Katrina hit, and that's when she moved to Crowley. She bought her house in Crowley, and Mr. Wallace went to went to Texas. So that's when they separated. So yeah, he had died. So when she asked me to bring her home and bring her to him, I got really teary eyed. Like I got very emotional. Like y'all just don't understand. Like that is really the worst. Well, I can't necessarily say worse because shit always get bad, but that isn't a good feeling. You know, I remember when she first got diagnosed with it. She was still living. Mind you, we just got my mom to come stay with us in Georgia like 2 years ago. She was in New Orleans. She was in Crowley in her house that she bought from Katrina. She had been staying out there. So when I would go out there to visit my best friend and my godchild, the last time, well, not the last time, but when I did go out there, when she first got diagnosed, let me say that, I remember going to her house, and my mom used to bake. Okay, like when I say bake, like real deal from scratch. I never forget my 10th birthday party cake. Bitch, she made me a Barbie pool. Hold on. She made me a Barbie pool cake, bitch. It was coconut. I don't like coconut. Why the fuck did she make a fucking 10-year-old a coconut cake? I don't fucking know, but bitch, that cake was so fucking pretty. Bitch, she had a pool in the middle, and she had the Barbies inside the pool swimming. And mind you, I was a breast doll at this time. Bitch, I got breast doll heads for that birthday that year. But it's neither here nor there. But it's like, this was my Mima. My Mima used to bake her ass off. Okay? And then you come to her house, and she is sitting on a chair in front of her TV watching the Flintstones, eating vanilla ice cream because that's comforting to her. They made me cry. I cried silently when I seen her for the first time after her diagnosis, kind of like right before it kind of got bad. So tonight kind of brought me back to that, and I don't wish that on nobody, you know. I just don't. For that bird. Like I said, going into this episode, I know I didn't really have too much of anything to say because, like I said, I didn't put too much thought and effort to this episode, and I think it probably came from the fact off the strength of I keep fucking recording this episode. Like I literally tried to record this episode like 2 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago now, and I couldn't record it on the device I had before, so I had to go buy some more shit. And even now recording it, I'm not recording it into a nature that I want. The microphone I got is not fucking working, so I'm using the microphone that comes with the camera. So if this video is not quality and not what you guys expect, oh fucking well, bitch. Just wait till the next episode. I just need to get something out to you guys today to understand that I'm thinking about y'all because I know y'all thinking about me, and bitch, I'm here. We're here. I don't know. I know I probably went off track talking about my mom, but I get comfort in knowing that this video, me talking about her would be something to add to my memory collection with her. I do feel like my mom is going to be around a long time. The doctors and statistics may say otherwise, but that's still my girl, I don't know if it's the liquor. I feel my eyes tearing up. Wait, I saved this. Y'all, I went into her room because I say, she go to this like little daycare in the morning time, and my grandmother, my bae, her daughter, told me the only way she gets ready if you tell her get your stuff out for school in the morning. So I'm like, you're gonna get your stuff out for school in the morning? She said, yeah, I got it out. And she starts acting as though she's about to go take a shower. I said, you about to take a bath? She said, yeah. And then she pulls out this candy in her pocket. Bitch, this was the candy. Do hold on. I need y'all to see what the candy was. Do y'all see the candy? Do y'all know what this is? Bitch, this is motherfucking seasoning. 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 Okay? And I say, Mimo, that's seasoning. And she proceeded to open it and tell me, well, let me be the judge of that. The only reason why she didn't eat it is because it fell on the ground. And then after they fell on the ground, do you know she had the nerve to bring that to me and say, well, here you go, you can have it. That's what it's like dealing with a dementia patient. Like, you go through shit like that. Like, I love my Mima. I love her to death. And if anybody is out there watching this, have a grandparent with dementia or know somebody with dementia or may suspect that one may have dementia, please go through the proper measures of getting them properly diagnosed for one if you're suspecting. To kind of go back to what I said about dementia and Alzheimer's, they're one and the same, but they are different. I wish I had the mental, I ain't gonna say capabilities because I do know the difference. I'm just not in a state right now to explain the two. But take the time to educate yourself on both of them because they're definitely both misdiagnosed and they're both confused with one another. In actuality, one is actually worse than the other in a sense. But if you're dealing with one or the other, know that it may seem hard right now, but just enjoy the time while it's here, and enjoy the moment. After talking to my grandma, I talked to my grandma and I explained to her the breakdown I was having. Like, this shit is depressing. Like, how do you make this your normal? Like, I can't. Like, this is my Meemaw, and my phone about to go dead. Not my phone. My camera about to go dead. Let me just go ahead and wrap this shit up. I love my Meemaw. Like I said, educate yourselves. IDK, what to call it, the fucking podcast where you talk about everything with motherfucking politics, religion, bitch. This episode again was just what the fuck I did today. We're about to start dropping every Thursday type shit. But girl, I just hope y'all like this video. And if y'all always don't, bitch, stop fucking watching me. And if you fuck with it, let me tell you something. This podcast is for the real bitches and the real niggas. And if you don't like it, look at yourself. What does that mean? You looking real unrecognizable. I'm just saying.